Have time to entertain people that don't like you. You don't have to entertain pleasing others. Like, you should be so busy, enjoying your life, living life to your best ability, living life for you and those that love you, for you and your family. And you've known Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mudimba, and like I always say, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're doing well in this time of isolation and lockdown, and yeah, I hope everything is just going well. So as I was thinking now of a topic that I could talk about this week, or that I could talk about for this specific video, I couldn't necessarily come up with anything because I don't know, sometimes I run out of topics, and sometimes I feel like maybe the specific thing that I wanted to speak about is not necessarily for me to talk about, or I wouldn't exactly explain it in the right way. And just today, this early morning, when I was just doing my everyday chores and whatnot, I was listening to this sermon by Stephen Furtick, just rewatching it and really listening to it. Then I came across, there was just so many things that he was speaking about, how it's called Kingdom Cloud. And then there's just so many things. It's actually a sermon series, so it's about 5 sermons that you need to watch if you want to check it out. And you're just talking about how in this day and age, people live for the Instagram likes, how many followers to have on Instagram, who has liked my picture, or I'm gonna take down this picture because it didn't get enough likes on Instagram. I'm going to take down this picture because so many people didn't like it. And they live their lives solely based on how people react to their everyday lives, how people react to their choices, how people react to their social media accounts. So I was like, let me talk about that. And I sort of wanted to talk about this thing called, you have one life, make the most out of it, make it count, and don't waste it. So that's just what I wanted to talk about today. Like, we all have one life. You're not gonna get a second try, or a second chance, or another chance to correct the mistakes that you did. So you kind of have to make the life that you have right now, you have to make it count. You have to make the right decisions. You have to live it for you and for God. When I read this quote by this man called Harvey McKay, and I really think it's an interesting quote, and it's actually kind of an eye-opener even to me. Like, as I was reading it today, just sort of researching what to talk about, it really sort of opened my mind and opened my heart to see things in a different perspective. And the quote says, "Life is too short to wake up with regrets, so love the people who treat you right, forget about those who don't." Okay, please don't forget about those who don't like you because that's not what the Bible says. The Bible tells us and teaches us to love everybody, so don't forget, sort of just remove that small part. And it says, "Believe everything happens for a reason. If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it." Nobody said life would be easy. They just promised it would most likely be worth it. So life is actually worth living. Like, the Bible says these things. So life is actually worth living, So in this life, you only have one life. There is not gonna be a second chance to redo life all over again. So you've gotta live it to the most of your ability, to the fullest of your, just live life. Take life by the hands and just live life, embrace it, and just make the best out of it. And one mistake that we often do, unfortunately, is that we live to please others. So like I've always said multiple times in my videos, like, you were not put on this earth to please anybody except God. So if you think your life is pleasing God, and you strongly believe like you and God are in the right books, you don't need to please anybody else, because mind you, people are not always going to be pleased about what you do. They won't always be pleased about the decisions that you make. So you kind of have to live a life that pleases God. And if people embrace that, then you also embrace them. But if they don't like what the choices you make, the decisions you make, at the end of the day, you were put on this earth to live a very, I don't know how to put it, to live a good life, to live a victorious life. So if you are fulfilling what makes you happy and what makes God happy, you don't need to please anyone else. Like, you have one life. You don't have any other life to please people. You were not put on this earth to please anybody except God. And while you are pleasing God, just Try and live your best life. Try and live for what makes you happy. Don't mind about the Instagram like, don't mind about the Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram followers. That's not what life is all about. Yes, it's nice to get likes. I'm not saying I would not appreciate the likes here and there, but I'm just saying, it's not all about that. Appreciate the likes you get, appreciate the followers that you get, but that's not what life is about. Life is much more than that. I always tell myself, like, Advent, I want you to be busy enjoying your best life, that you don't even have time to entertain hate, you don't have time to entertain regret, you don't have time to entertain people's nonsense, you don't have time to entertain people that don't like you, you don't have to entertain pleasing others. Like, you should be so busy, enjoying your life, living life to your best ability, living life for you and those that love you, for you and your family. As you have come to a point to understand that you need to live your life, you need to enjoy your life. God put you on this earth to bring disciples to him, to worship him, to give him praise. But in the midst of all that, nowhere in the Bible, you should enjoy your life. You should make your life the best life you can live. And in life, even if you make a mistake, even if something doesn't happen the way you planned it, even if you make one of the worst mistakes in the world, pick yourself up, bring yourself to track, forgive yourself, and move on. You don't have time to be wallowing and just dying in your sadness and just making yourself sad and just with anger and all of that. Nah, man, like, I don't have time to be feeling sorry for myself. If I make a mistake, I'll forgive myself, I'll ask for God to forgive me and move on with my life. Like, I only have one life. I don't have time for anything else. I have time for my studies, I'll have time to make myself happy, I'll make time for my YouTube channel, I'll make time for my music. And if it doesn't make anyone else happy except me and God and my family and those that I love, then that's it. I'm sorry if it makes you sad or angry, but we were given one life. Worship God. Make sure just make sure that you and God are on good terms. Just make sure that you and God, you are like, and if that doesn't make anyone else happy, then it's fine, man. Just move on with your life. I always have this mindset, like, if you love photography, go for it. Even if you are not so good at it, even if you suck at it, like, if it makes you happy, go for it. If you love singing, if you like playing keyboard, even if you're not the best at it, but simply because it makes you happy, that's the only reason you should be doing it. But simply because it brings joy to your life, it adds that flavor that you need to live your life. That's all you need. No one else has to be pleased about your photography skills. No one else has to be pleased about your singing skills. No one else has to be pleased about your keyboard skills, or about anything you do for that matter. If it makes you and God happy, I feel like that's all that matters. That if it doesn't have to please people, you don't have to make people happy. It's not your job. Like, just enjoy your life, man. As you live life, as you go about your business, keep in mind that you don't know when your time will be up. You don't know where God is going to call you to heaven. You don't know when God is going to call you home. You don't know whether tomorrow you're going to be awake or not. So if you spend your time pleasing others and trying to make people happy, that's so unfortunate, because it's not your job in the first place. Like, live your life to please God. Live your life to make yourself happy. Live your life to make your family members happy. And if that's checked, then I don't see what else you need to do, because if you live your life pleasing others, what if today I live my life solely to please you and to make you happy while I'm unhappy, and then tomorrow God calls me home? What happens then? I would not have done my part well. I would not have pleased God with my life. I would not have done myself justice. I would not have done my life justice. So live life keeping in mind, like, you don't know when God is going to call you home. So make the best out of the time that you have. Make every effort to live a happy life. Make every effort to please God. Make every effort, to be on the right stance with God. And if people don't like you for that, then that's okay. You don't have to mind what they say. If people don't like your relationship with God, if people don't like seeing you happy, it's not your job to make them happy, Just live your life and enjoy your life, man. Live a life that you are proud of. Live a life that your family will be proud of. Live a life above all that God is going to be proud of. Not a life that when you get to heaven you are going to be embarrassed to live a life that makes you happy, make every effort to make yourself happy. I know I'm repeating myself now, but I'm just saying, man, above all means, make sure you are happy. Make sure your mental health is okay. If people are not happy about that, it's okay. Don't forget, you are born, you live, and you die, and after that, it's heaven or hell. If you can't get yourself on the good books with God, then you are living a wasted life, because God put us on this earth to make Him proud. God put us on this earth to bring disciples to Him. God put us on this earth with a purpose. And if you live life forgetting that you have a purpose, then you're not doing justice to your life, Keep in mind that God gave you this life to make Him proud. God gave you everything that you need to make yourself happy. He wants you to be happy. The thing that Christians think is that sometimes God puts you to be miserable. You don't need to be happy. You should be miserable while you are doing God's work. That's not it. Be happy with God. Be happy with yourself. Do the purpose that God has put you on this earth to do, and you're gonna be perfectly fine. You're gonna be you, and you're gonna be happy with your life because you are doing what God called you to do. And keep in mind, He made you for His glory. He made you to make Him proud. He made you to worship Him. If those things are number one, and then your happiness follows, and then your family's happiness follows, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be perfectly fine. Please God by all means, worship God by all means. Make sure you and God are on the good books, and you will be okay. Just reminds me of this scripture in the book of 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31. Whether you eat or drink or do whatever you do all to the glory of God. That scripture is simple. Whether you eat or drink, whether you do anything, whatever you're doing, whatever you do all of that as if do it all for the glory of God. It's simple and clear. It's simple things like eating and drinking, when you're playing your keyboard, when you're making yourself happy, when you're playing your bass guitar. Do that to the glory of God. Do that for God, not for men. Do that to make you and God happy. Do that, do everything for the glory of God. There's even another scripture in the book of 1 Corinthians 6 verse 19 to 20. It says, you are not your own, you were bought with a price, so glorify God in your body. By all means, glorify God. And I promise you, when you do everything for the glory of God, when you do everything to glorify God, when you do everything to make God proud of you, everything else will follow. There's even so many scriptures in the Bible that tell us about these things. When you please God first, when you put God first, everything else is gonna follow. I'm not trying to be a preacher or anything, but guys, everything that you do should please God. Make yourself happy by doing that. Please God, make your family happy, make the people that care about you happy. Above all, make you and God happy, and you will be okay. Literally, you will be fine. And I know it's kind of cliche, all these things I spoke about, but it's kind of important that you think about it. I want you to keep in mind just a summary of what I've said. Make God proud, make yourself proud, make those that care about you proud, make your family proud, and you will be good to go. So I hope this video helped you, man, one way or another. And just forgive me if it's a little long, but I just had to get this off my chest. It's something that I've been really thinking about. And don't live for Instagram, don't live for Snapchat, don't live for Twitter and for people's likes and followers and all those things. It's not what life is all about. Live to please God, live to please yourself, live to please your family, live to please your loved ones. Make yourself happy. You only have one life. Don't waste it. Make it count. Make the best out of it, because you are not gonna get a retry this. You're not gonna get, I'm sure it's clear, but anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope the video made you see life in a different picture. I hope the video, all that goodness. But anyway, please like the video, please comment down below, tell me what other videos you'd like to see. Share the video with your family, share the video with someone who you think will really benefit from this, and please don't forget to subscribe so you can be part of the family. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Till next time.